Katty Konnie Loudmouth Linda, keeping it real, no agenda. Satire, truth, and a whole lot of fun. Politics, crime, we get it all done. From breaking news to a joke or two, we do it our way just for you. We just can't make this stuff up. 1 year strong and we ain't gonna stop. Mic in hand, voices loud, shouting truth, making you proud.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. What is it? It is, let me tell you what it is. It is Friday Eve. How about that? I like that. Instead of calling it Thursday or hump day or whatever, it's Friday Eve, which means it's the eve before our last day for the weekend, right? Let's not make it too complex. Let's just say that we're getting ready to go into the weekend, and we're on that downhill slope going into the weekend. So how is everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. Tonight, it's just me. Sorry, guys. Just got me tonight. Linda is ex-husband was rushed to the hospital, and he's in the hospital with heart problems. Hey, zombie! It's good to see you. So Linda's at the hospital with her ex-husband, and he's having heart surgery or whatever, so she won't be able to be with us tonight. And yeah, so say a prayer. I mean, boy, I tell you what, the enemy's attacking everybody around her, huh? Although I have a good update, Michael is doing well. So all your prayers were amazing, guys. Thanks for all those prayers. I was thinking about this No King's Day march, rally, protest, chaotic, no nonsense demonstration. That's crazy, zombie. That's crazy. We need to all pray for everybody's hearts. It looks like that's where they want to attack, right? So I was thinking about this No King's March that makes no sense that's happening on Saturday here in the United States. And of course, it's going to knock off at different times, different time zones. So we'd have to get up real early and we'd be here all day long. But I'm thinking about covering some of it. What do you guys think? You want to come hang out and spend some time, and let's make fun of these people marching down the street with no sense makes sense, or they think it makes sense, or there's no common sense, so it makes no sense. I think that this is what we should do. We should come in and hang out for a couple hours, and come in and hang out for a couple hours and make fun of these. This is ridiculous. You know, the United States has never had a king since King George III. Once we broke free from England, the king thing was over. And now all of a sudden, in the year 2025, we're worried about no kings, no kings. Okay, whatever. Okay, get a little common sense. We don't have any. Even Trump said he's not a king, so I mean, whatever. It's stupid. It's stupid, and it should make y'all laugh because it just shows the ignorance that we've got going on here, in my personal opinion. Right? We can point and laugh at these guys and say, you know what? Let's poke a hole in their blow-up costume. Maybe they'll just blow away like a popped air balloon. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's really, like I said, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, it's really hard. Right. No Rodney Kings, no Martin Luther Kings, no whatever Kings, no King of Hearts, no King of Diamonds, no King of Spades. I mean, come on. Right? And it's hard for me to wrap my brain around no common sense and no nonsense. It's nonsense. But, you know, they believe In their heart of hearts, here we go, their heart of hearts, you like that? In their heart of hearts, they believe with what heart they have that they're doing the right thing. Oh, Don King. Well, hello, Apple. How's my apple? Right? Right? No, Don Kings. Remember Don King? How he had his hair all stuck out all over everywhere? I bet that man couldn't have got a comb through his hair if he tried. And Stephen King, well, we all know him. He made all our lives a living nightmare, right? Larry King. Have you even seen a good king? Well, Martin Luther King was a good king, but Larry King. Here's another one. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is it for real? Is this real or is this memorized? Gotta ask. So, in getting together with everybody, everybody is in a different time zone than I am. So let's get together and figure a good time to get together with everybody. Do you want to do early evening? Do you want to do mid-afternoon? What would you like to do? Let's watch these no king yada yada. Let's march down the street in our furry costumes and make an ass out of ourselves. What do you say? Hello, Donna. So y'all want to get together? Maybe let's don't take up our whole Saturday with this nonsense. So would you like to do early evening? Or would you like to do mid afternoon? I mean, you guys tell me what's good for you and we'll make it work. Oh, is he going to the one in Oregon? Okay. You know what, Zombie? I don't know what time the one in the afternoon is. I'll bet you that he is going to be at the one. San Francisco is doing 2 to 3:30. Texas is doing 2:00, and that's only Houston. Although I think Austin is trying to do something. I don't know. Who knows? New York is doing 11 to 1. But they're not really saying what time Oregon is going to do theirs. If we can figure it out, yeah, it'll probably be all day. So we'll Tommy doesn't really get crazy till the mid afternoon. So what do you guys think? Let's do. I'm picking a number out of my hat. Okay, so Oregon is 2 hours earlier than me, and if Tommy goes out at 4:00, that would be 6:00 Central Time. What do you think? That would be 7:00 your guys is in the East Coast time. Or would you like to do, if we do it an hour, that would be 5:00 Central, 6:00 Eastern. I'll bet Tommy will be out there. I figure Tommy will probably be out there mid-afternoon. So let's look at my camera. Hello. Did you get me yet? Am I coming in clear? Come on. Catch me. Oh, never mind. It's not worth trying to catch it. Okay. So we'll do, look at this thing. It's like, hello. Okay. So let's plan at this moment. Let's plan about 6:00. Is that good for everybody? We'll come here on Saturday and we'll watch a little bit of these guys walking up and down the street making total idiots out of themselves. I would like to have said something else, but anyway, and we can laugh, and I mean, it's always a good laugh. And you know what's really funny about Tommy Boy Zombie? That other side can't take it. He is almost identical to them, except he throws the rhetoric right back in their face, exactly the way they're throwing it at us, and they can't take it. They can't take it. They just lose the plot. I thought today when I was at work, I thought, oh, you know what? I'm really glad Tommy Boy is on our side because he can be something. And I love it. I love it. They do. They lose their mind. They lose their minds. Norm, are you out there? Are you with us? Don't you want to come hang out with us on Saturday so we can make fun of snowflakes? Well, those flakes may blow somewhere. We may end up with some of them in our other part of the world here. It's, this is the thing. They believe whatever they're told, right? They'll start throwing rhetoric at Tommy, accusing him of doing stuff that he's never done because someone told him to do it, that he did it. Tommy did this. Like I said, they prey on the weak-minded. It's a sad thing. It is a very, very sad thing. I act like a mime. Don't need to say, well, I know, right? It is dangerous for him. And I think that all the time because I'm always looking behind his back because you never know when somebody's going to come up and rush him from the back. See, is he out there already, Zombie? Is he out there? I don't know. I haven't even looked. I just got home from work a little while ago. I was watching him last night, and I don't think it's going to end well either. And I think that what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get involved, and some people just don't have the patience. I was on my way to work today, and we got a brand new bridge. And over the bridge is 55 miles an hour because it's really high and it's brand new and they're making everybody go 55. Well, you know that Connie was going 65. All right. So I wasn't even going the speed limit. And this Mustang came up behind me, and I'm telling you what, he's kissing my bumper the whole way up. And he couldn't get around me because there was a truck beside me. And when he went around me, he honked and he almost climbed out the window. So I saw and made sure I could see that he flipped me off. I was like, what? What? I was already going above the speed limit. People are such idiots. They're angry and they're idiots. I put quite a few in the hospital. Let me see. I put quite a few in the hospital, one in a wheelchair and other stuff. It doesn't end there in jail and the courts in. I know. And you know what, Donna? You're absolutely right. After Charlie Kirk, you just don't know. We are not playing with people with a full deck. They don't have a full deck. They're missing a few cards. Or my dad would say they're about as smart as a box of rocks or a wooden watch. And you know, I'm going to tell you, you don't know at that point. You just don't know when they're going to twist off and do something stupid. And they believe, you know what really kills me is they really, truly believe that what they're doing is right. They believe that they're doing what's right. I know. Andy, well, I think Andy had a little bit too much to drink and wrecked his scooter. But I don't know what happened to Black Rebel. But look what happened to Tommy 2.0. He went to jail and he's still there as far as I know, right? Because this girl got in his face and somebody hit him with a rock and he hit. Okay, well, It was a girl. It looked like a girl. Let's go there. It looked like a girl, just because it looks like a pig and acts like a pig does not mean necessarily anymore that it's a pig. Yeah, they're shy of a full load. You're absolutely right. Yeah, a lot shy. And they get on there and they say the most vulgar things and accuse people of the most vulgar things because the intelligent level isn't there to be able to debate the real issues. If you ask them why they're there, do they have an answer? No. I've heard people ask them, I've heard numerous people ask them, why are you here and why are you protesting? And they say, get away from me, Nazi. That's your answer? I don't think you could pass a test with that kind of answer because it doesn't work. They don't even know why they're there. Maybe if they told the real truth and said, well, the real reason we're here is we get free food and we get all of our liquor supplied to us and whatever else entertainment things they can get. And then we get a paycheck. We get a little bit of extra cash in our pocket. Okay, then I would probably go, all right, I understand why you're doing it. But they don't answer with that. They have no, hey, Teddy, how's Australia, Teddy? Is it winter time? It's good to see you. I was just talking to everybody and we're talking about getting together for a little while on Saturday and watch this No Kings protest or march or no nonsense thing they're doing. Is it winter? Isn't it winter in Australia right now? Or are you guys getting ready to go into summer? Is it cold? I don't know. We're talking about getting together, and it's spring. Oh, how nice is that? Tea time. So we're talking about all getting together and doing this No Kings, No Nonsense protest on Saturday. Oh, it's heading into summer. What do you have, summer and winter? So we're looking at probably a little earlier than this Central Time. You know what? I don't know. Wolfie's taking care of her mom and another little older gentleman, and now too far for you. Well, you know who she is. Linda is at the hospital right now with her ex-husband who had to have heart surgery. One of his valves were clogged, so they're having to get that all cleared out. She called me this afternoon. It was an emergency thing, so she wouldn't be able to be here tonight. And then she's got to be with him all weekend, so she won't be with us for the No Kings protest. But I just kind of thought I would like to jump on and share an hour or whatever with you guys, and we could just sit here and make fun of the people marching up and down the street in their furry costumes. I know. Linda, the enemy is attacking all around Linda. But good news, we have good news. Michael went through the surgery and all your prayers were amazing. He's doing well. So, and that has to do with a lot with his age because he's pretty young. But that, anyway, you look at it, he was going through a tough situation. And praise God. That's all I can say. Praise God. He's doing well. And then now this happens. So now she's with the ex-husband at the hospital with his heart. I think the one we need to say prayers for is Linda. To have the strength to go through it all, right? Because, wow, it just seems like it just keeps attacking everyone around her. So, yeah. But we'll just keep praying for Linda and her family, and hope everything gets better for her, a little easier for her. And then, so on Saturday, I was thinking about 5 or 6, right around there, Central Time. Just be watching for it. And we'll get on here and we'll watch. It shouldn't be called the No King's Day March. It should be called the furry march from hell. But they can call it whatever they want to, right? Like the naked bike ride in the rain. All they needed was soap. They could have taken a shower. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Any way you look at it, you just can't make this stuff up. The people are this crazy. Yeah. No. I'm not going to be marching down the street in no furry costume or no blow-up costume. I'm going to be sitting right here with you guys, and we're going to be watching them and making comments. What do you guys say? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You want to do it? Do you want to do it? Or should I sit here and watch it by myself? Then I won't have anyone to make comments to. I'll be making them to myself. What is it, Teddy? It's they're doing another No King protest, and the United States hasn't had a king since King George III in 1776, when he broke off from England. So I have no idea what these people are doing. It's ridiculous. It's no sense. But I knew people that used to say no sense made sense. It don't make any sense to me. And I just think common sense says we haven't had a king since we broke off from England. And how did we get a king in 2025? Now, I'm sure there's underlining to all of that, and they think that they can justify the reason they're doing whatever they're doing. I just would like to know, when did we do something like this? And we had a lot of reason to do the 4 years that old Bummer ran the office for Biden. When did we ever protest and walk up and down the streets and scream and holler and act a fool and put on blow-up costumes? When did we do that? Because if we did, I missed it. I totally missed it. And I would have liked to had an invitation. I could have went out there in my SpongeBob costume or whatever that starfish's name is. Oh, Norm, isn't that his name or whatever? Apple said we need decent people here. Sorry, I can't find it. Oh, Norm! I'm glad you're here, buddy. If we had decent people, I don't know. Look, I'm not so decent. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to go down the street naked on a bike. That I can promise you. So what do you think, Norm? You wanna do a stream on Saturday and make fun of all the furries walking down the street? Say no kings? Huh? Isn't that crazy? Zombie said yes. He's down to sit here and make fun of all those people that are going down the street acting a fool. Okay, it's Saturday, and of course, it all goes off at different times. But I think I would like to, because Oregon's got the craziest people. I mean, Chicago's got violent people, but Oregon has the craziest people. They think that if they, they're sitting there protesting ICE and not to, and they wear blow-up costumes and do the Macarena. Oh, well, okay. Apple, that's a little bit different. These guys are wearing like giraffe blow-up costumes and they're dancing the Macarena. Now, I don't know what the Macarena's got to do with the deporting other and ICE. They're going to deport. They want to protest ICE. Now, I like ICE. I like a whole lot of ICE in my soda. So don't be. I'm an ICE supporter, and I am definitely a real ICE supporter. Go United States. You know what? Don't let the crime continue. Enough is enough. Enough is enough is enough. How many times do we have to say it? Is enough. So I sound like a broken record. I get in my car and I listen to all the things that have happened the night before, and I tell myself, when is enough enough? Right? Ice, ice, baby. I like that song, by the way. They had Baby Shark over there in Portland walking down the street, and I wanted to start singing Baby Shark to do do do. I mean, come on, guys. Who does this? Really? These are mentally challenged people. And I shouldn't laugh because it's not funny. But you know what? We can't sit here and cry about it because crying is going to do nothing about it. And they talk vulgar and they say the most horrific, horrible things to people. And they feel entitled and think they should be allowed to do that. Well, I've got news for you. God gave us all a mouth, right? And how we choose to use it or what we choose to say that comes out of it is our business. And I think they should think before they talk. Because some of the stuff they say is just vile. And that one guy, remember when we were watching all of us together and the guy walked by in his big blow-up cat suit and said, "Hail to Satan"? All right. Now that's going too far. That's where you draw a line in the sand and you go, you know what? Now you've crossed it. Now you've crossed it, and it's time for me to open my mouth. I don't know what cities are doing this big No Kings nonsense march, whatever. Oh, and by the way, when they're going down the street and they're screaming, "Free Palestine, free Palestine, free..." Okay, Palestine's been freed. Just so everybody knows that's already happened. So you can't be screaming "Free Palestine" because it's already free. But how many times do you think we're going to hear that? Once, twice, 100, they'll just keep going up. So it's going to be a very, very interesting March. I don't know what else they can come up with. It's going to be interesting. And I look forward to sharing it with you guys. And we'll just sit here and let's see what kind of ignorance we can figure out is going on and how stupid they are. I know that we're going to probably lose a brain cell during COVID. Maybe an IQ point. But I think we've got more IQ than most of them anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm not too worried. So how was everybody's Friday Eve? Did you have a good Friday Eve? We were busy today. And I had every right-wing person come in and was speaking their piece, all of them. And some of them were a little vintage or a lot vintage. And they were saying, one was military, retired Navy, and he said, "I never thought in all the years that I did service in the military that I would ever see this on the streets of America." Oh, yum. I love bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. Yeah. He said he never thought in his in all of the years in the military you would ever see this on the streets in the United States. And I had to agree with him. I said, I never thought that we would look like this either. And the saddest part is it just shows where our people are. I wonder how long it took for them to go along with all this. What did it take? Other than we know that this has been the plan for years and years and years and years. I mean, decades of years that they were planning on doing this for years. And they figured it. They dummied us down, dummied our kids down, had them all playing video games, taught them stupid things in school, now question their gender, and now question whether you're a human or an animal. And yeah, and then now we can say that now let's push them into now, yeah, what brain? Yeah, how much brainwashing did it take? Really, seriously, I would really like to know. It must have been years because, okay, well, most of you guys, or a lot of you, are close to my age. I never learned any of this stuff in school. No one ever said that Abraham Lincoln was a homosexual. I never learned that, never heard that. I just heard that like a couple of years ago. And I thought, you could just throw something out there, and as bizarre as it may sound, if I could throw something really wild out there, it would hit the internet and rush just like that old game we used to play called Gossip. And the next thing you know, it would come back to us and we'd hear it and we could start laughing. I think we should start something. Start some crazy rumor well, I don't know. That the real reason our kids are having problems is the aliens came down and zapped their brain. I bet you that if we told everyone that the aliens came down and used their brain sucker on all of these kids, that this is the reason they're acting like that, somebody would believe that and they would run with it. And they'd tell everyone. And the next thing you know, you would see people having shows on the aliens came down and they used their brain sucker gun and they stuck it on our kids and it was a big gun and it covered 100 kids at one time. Yeah, there's going to be many events, many events, and many events will be stopped, and many events they want to start will be stopped. Right? We could, I'm telling you guys, we could start a story and then you could say, I just heard this from the news, and it would go all over everywhere. How the aliens are so far more advanced than we are, and they came down and they zapped all of our kids and they've sucked their brains out and fed them data that only they wanted them to know. Now, we know how stupid that sounds, but you know what? There's people out there that'll believe that. They'll believe it. Now, is that insane or what? The common sense, we have no common sense in the United States right now. Only the people with the gift of common sense in their brain have it, because there's not much of it anymore. Right? And we could have AI make the video for proof. We could. Norm, I'm telling you, I think we should work on it. Let's see how fast it goes all the way through the internet and all through YouTube and all through everywhere. And then we can all just sit here and laugh and say, you know what? You'll believe anything. I don't know. I don't like to mess with people like that. But this just goes to show you. I was talking to a teacher yesterday, and she said, these kids don't have any common sense, and I don't believe you can teach them common sense. But she said, what's amazing to me is if you tell them something, they believe it, or if you tell them what to do, they'll do it. Well, my kids, I'd tell them to do things and they wouldn't do it. But um, I'm just saying they have to. This is the Google generation. They Google everything. So yeah, yeah, we could say that the aliens came down here and they abducted. They abducted a few children and a few kids all over from different states, and they brainwashed them and they sent them back down so the other kids would brainwash the other kids. Oh man, I tell you what, we could get a conspiracy theory just roaring through here, and people would believe it. And all of us would be standing back laughing, going, can you believe they believe that? Can you believe that we told them that and they believe it? Because I'm telling you what, I have seen them take a story and demolish it. I have heard, if I haven't heard it once, I've heard it 10 times that Charlie Kirk faked his death and he's still alive. Okay, well, this is what I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you that, yes, he is still alive, but he's alive in heaven, sitting next to our Savior, Jesus Christ. How about that? Okay, there you go. Because if we don't die, we go to heaven and we have everlasting life. So there you go. But is he still roaming the earth and alive in human form? No, he dropped the meat suit. It's like, come on, can't you? Yes, Charlie was a martyr. And we have a lot of martyrs that have happened. And you look what he's done, Apple. Look what he's done. Look what he's created. Look what's happened. People are turning. There's people that are saying that they are going to church for the first time in their lives. You know? Norm, we were starting to be brainwashed when we were wishing to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That's when we started to be brainwashed, and it's only gotten worse from there. That has been going through my head over and over and over. I thought, I used to whistle that song and sing it and thought that was the coolest song. And then now I'm like, oh my God, people are going, we could may help them sing anything. You're absolutely right, Norm. We all go to heaven. That's right. Yep. 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 Amen, Apple. So is Charlie Kirk, the question is Charlie Kirk still alive? Yeah. Yeah. He is. He's still alive in heaven and doing great. Because our souls never die. Now, did he drop the meat suit? Yeah, he did. You know, it was like I was telling somebody a long time ago. I said, you know, this right here is like the home you live in, right? This is the home we live in. And when we die, the lights go on. You get the look of the lights are on, but no one's home because the soul has gone on. So there it is. He is. He's alive inside the church and he's sitting next to our Father in heaven. Absolutely. So is he alive? Absolutely. He's still alive. Yeah. Yeah. He is. Now, I'm going to tell you, I look at some of these people that are marching, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but you should pay attention to it. Some of these people have that deer in the headlight look when they're sitting there and they're talking and they're screaming. Like Tommy Boy really irritates them. He uses their rhetoric right back on them again. But like when he screams out, we are all Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk. Oh, that makes him so mad. But when they come up to talk to him, there is the most empty, dark look in their eye. Have you ever noticed that someone who has killed somebody, or a mass murderer or serial killer, or these weirdos in the streets now that are marching up the street on the street not knowing what they're doing and why they're doing it? There is the deer in the headlight look. The lights are on, but nobody's home. And I'm like, is this what they call the zombie apocalypse? They made that comment years ago that we were going to have a zombie apocalypse. Well, it kind of looks like it. I'm sorry, but it does. It kind of looks like it. It's insane. Just saying. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's keep your armor on, because I just don't see it getting any better from here. I think we got to go through a little bit worse before it gets better. I think we've hit the tip of the iceberg, and I think it's just going to get worse from here for a little while. Right. Ind- Indoctrinated zombies. Well, how about illegal indoctrinated zombies? How about entitled indoctrinated zombies? I mean, really, really. And they get on there and they go, "What are you doing, Tommy? Why are you here, Tommy? Why are you here, Tommy? Tommy, why are you here, Tommy?" And it's like they just keep saying the same thing over and over and over, and you want to go, is anyone home? Is there any intelligence there at all? Can we have an intelligent conversation? No, I don't think we can, because that's like knocking on the door and no one's home. You just can't talk to someone like that. And I want you to notice when you start looking at some of these people, and it's really sad because some of them have really high IQs. Like, what was his name? Kohlberger. He had a really high IQ. He was very educated. But he was another one when you looked at him. Lights are on and nobody's home. Yeah. Yep. Their records have a lot of scratches in them because they keep saying it over and over and over. They only know if you say the other big one that they like to say, okay, what are you doing here? Why are you out here anyway? Please tell me, why are you out here protesting? And they go, get away from me, zombie. Okay. But why are you here? Get away from me, fascist, you zombie, you commie Nazi. Oh, that's not much of an answer. You're not telling me what you're doing there other than calling me names, and I don't think that that's really an answer to the problem. So, I don't know. This is what we're playing with. This is it's not a full deck. So, and now we'll have thousands of them marching down the street showing their whatever. Are they evacuating parts of Alaska for flooding? I sure wish that water would come down here. We all need it. When are we going to? You know what, Norm? That's what I want to hear. That is the answer. That's what I want to hear, because that would be honesty. What are we doing here? What are you doing here? I'm protesting to get a paycheck from George Soros. Why, thank you very much. It's so nice that somebody talks honestly. Sending blessings to Alaska, absolutely. It's feast or famine. We need water so bad down here in the South. It's unbelievable. And there they are flooding up there. And aren't all of our, like, up there, like Minnesota and all you guys, aren't you getting ready to get some snow? Alaska's gorgeous. But aren't you guys getting ready to get some snow up there in like Wisconsin, North Dakota, Wyoming, all those area, Montana? I thought there was a great northern coming through and going to dump a bunch of snow on you guys. I wish it'd dump a bunch of snow down here. We were talking about that. We were talking about how the water, we need a bunch of water to run these data centers, whatever. And everyone's running out of water. When are they going to build the desalinization plants? When are they going to do that? Maybe they're afraid to do that. You know what? We would probably use all the ocean water and we wouldn't even have it. Donna's here and Zombie's here. Both of them are here. They're both here. Donna's like, I don't want to talk anymore. I've talked to this crazy lady for a whole hour already prior to the show, and I don't want to talk anymore. And Zombie's going, I'm getting my stuff all whittled and ready to go because he's going to be with us on Saturday watching the protest. So I don't know, or he may be right now. He may be. Let me see. Hang on, guys. Let's see. Do we have? That's 6 hours ago. Nope, we don't have them out there yet. They're not protesting yet. But they'll be out there. Don't worry, they'll be out there. And they're going to be saying all their rhetoric and their stupid stuff. You guys wouldn't believe it. Well, yeah, you would. You would believe it because you saw it. You saw it. I showed it to you, and I showed you how silly these people are. It's going to be Saturday with Katty Konnie and the No Kings March, and the No Nonsense March. Well, see, that's what I said. It's going to be everywhere, Apple. It's not just the Bay Area. It's going to be everywhere. So I figure if we got on about 6 o'clock, we ought to be hitting off Central Time. We should be able to catch both sides. Maybe if we got on about 5, because that would be 6 East Coast time and 4 Pacific time. Donna's getting her rest. She's getting rested up and ready to start screaming at all the crazy squirrels that are going to be going all over everywhere on Saturday. She needs her energy. Yeah. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to do all of that together. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll just have fun with it. That's all we can do, guys. Pray about it. Pray it down. Pray the evil's gone. That's the best weapon we've got. And other than that, instead of worrying about it, losing sleep over it, we got to laugh about it. Because we're all covered in the blood of Jesus again, Ernest. And if they think they can, they're just being silly. It can't happen. Just can't. So, that's my take on everything. What do you guys think? Huh? What do you think? Yeah, poor Donna had an iron. I gave blood yesterday, and the lady that took the blood was incredible. I wanted to tell her, what is your name, and where do you do this, and do you do this here, and don't ever let him go. Don't ever let her go because she's amazing. I never want to have anyone else take my blood again. She was incredible. Incredible. I was so impressed. Hi. Clyde just got home. So, what do you think, guys? What do you think? I'm so excited for tomorrow to be Friday. It's going to be Friday, and I can get ready for Saturday. Get to relax tomorrow night. Hello, Clyde. Hello, everybody. Yeah, and we'll come over here and we'll get our popcorn ready and we'll sit here and we'll just watch how many dummy down people there really are in America. Or how many people are really collecting a good paycheck? You know, I'll bet you the ones that are up there with the bullhorns that are screaming that everyone has to chant after them get a better paycheck. I bet they get a big one. Just saying. It's ridiculous. And I bet you if you cause a fight and go to jail, I bet you get paid more. And I bet you if you cause a riot and everybody starts fighting, I bet you even make more. Look, it's all like a pyramid scheme. Another conspiracy, right? We can throw that out there. Everybody will start saying, this is what I heard. This is what I heard. Yeah, you like that? Oh, let's get it going. Let's get it going. It's so silly. All right, guys. I have talked and talked and talked, and you are probably tired of listening. So I'll say it again. Let's say prayers for Linda. You know, let's pray down this little evil cloud that she's got around her that is making everyone sick in her life, having to go to the hospital or whatever. Let's pray for Linda, give her the strength to get through everything. And I'll say a prayer for each other. That's always nice. That's nice because I say prayers for all of you guys every night. So, guys, I will see you. Got Friday, right? Get through Friday. And then I will see you guys probably early Saturday evening. Yeah, God bless Linda. She's gone through a lot in the last few months. But you know what? God always said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So she's going to become a beast. She'll be a strong warrior. All right, guys. I love you all very much. We'll see you Saturday. And all glory goes to God. Always. Forever and ever and ever. All right. Love y'all. See you Saturday. Press like on your way out the door. See ya.
From shady news to crime so rough, you already know we just can't make this stuff